This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Bad news for the hosts of the Livecast. Corporate just received a scathing cease and desist from Sharon Osbourne's representation, saying the show compromised its moral and spiritual integrity by constantly allowing Rob to do his tawdry impression of Mrs. Osbourne. Because of this development, she is now calling on Turkey to stop all of its sunflower seed imports. I hope you're happy. Our IP Livecast starts now.
What? Not my sunflower seeds.
I had no idea that Sharon Osbourne was such a global power player.
I had no idea we had spiritual integrity to begin with.
Or corporate.
Little did
Shannon
she know.
contacted corporate. Wow. Well, thank you, Shannon, for the news on Sharon. It's Rob here with Sid and 3D. Devious, dangerous, Darren.
Yeah.
Not even
Whichever
getting
one
glass
you
lip.
like. Whatever D you like inside of you. That's
Hey now.
Nice.
true.
Welcome to the show. We're live. We're live, pal. We're live Saturday mornings, 11
Wow.
Eastern. And, of course, available for archived viewing soon after, wherever you get podcasts or on our YouTube channel. RIPLivecast.com has all the links, including our chat room, our Discord chat. Come hang out with us whenever you want. We like to hang out. And earlier this week, you could even submit things for us to discuss. Earlier this week, I believe it was Deuterino who shared the story about the news about Sharon Osbourne. And if you missed it, Coachella was the last 2 weekends. They do it back-to-back weekends. They do the same show 2 weeks in a row now because it's such a big fest.
Do the
They
bands have to
expand.
do the same exact set list?
They don't have to. They could do whatever they want, but
Okay.
they typically do. But I imagine they would be more acute because it's a different audience. Like, I can't imagine someone would go for 2 weekends to Coachella.
There's
But
people, I bet.
I guess, yeah. But anyway, so there was this Irish band there called Kneecap. They're like a hip hop group.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With that name, I just sort of assumed they were like hardcore or something, like Turnstile.
No,
Turnstile
they're
and
a hip-
Kneecap on tour.
I'm sure it's like hard hip hop.
Like hard
Like
seltzer.
Grave Diggers?
The Grave Diggers, yeah.
Yeah, sure. And they were making headlines right away because they're from Northern Ireland. They wear how do you say the word? I always want to say baklava, but it's like balaclavas. Yeah, they're basically beanies that cover your face with the eye and the mouth holes.
But see, I'm not that
Balaclava.
familiar with them, but I saw some publicity photos of theirs, and only one guy had a balaclava on it, and I didn't see any.
Correct. That's true. Oh, it's there's one guy. See, I saw one where it was like a few guys, but you're right. In all the publicity photos I'm looking at right now, they're only one of the guys is wearing balaclava.
Is it an homage
And
to Pussy Riot?
I think it's a similar kind of idea in the sense that
It's
it's
like
like
a
they're
luchador.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were like Slipknot on a smaller budget. They only had one mask.
They got on my radar even before Sharon Osbourne because they got all of Coachella to chant "Maggie's in a box, Maggie's in a box, la 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 la," which is of course a reference to Margaret Thatcher.
Hasn't Maggie been in a box for quite some time?
They love it.
know, but it's like, why not? It's worth celebrating still. Which
She is still in a box, to be fair.
It's true.
Whatever's left of her. Anyway.
How many people at Coachella do you think had any idea what Maggie they were talking about? Do you think they thought it was Maggie
I
Schmidt?
had to Google who it was talking. Who were they?
Oh,
they were
seriously?
talking about. It didn't hit me right away.
Rob was very scared it was Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh no! Then I'd be chanting it.
Or Maggie Simpson. Like what? They killed her off? Why
Did
would
you
they
have-
do that after all those years?
Did you have to Google what in a box meant too? Like, did you realize that meant dead?
Or yeah, like, oh, is someone eating someone's vagina out? I don't know.
Oh, so Margaret Thatcher, maybe that is what it meant. Maybe it was before she died. They just were
It's
outing her.
Coachella, baby. But then also they had some signs, some like light up displays that said fuck Israel, free Palestine, or something like that.
We just, by the way, we just got a podcast canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you said that.
Copyright strike.
FP. It will say.
Even though I got the letters now, they look scraping for the letters.
I'll
see you in El Salvador, guys.
Damn it.
And there were like a few different. I guess they had a screen that just kept showing different imagery. So like one of the images was like Israel is committing genocide against Palestinian people, which apparently is still a controversial thing to say.
Factual statement.
And here in the Irish news, they even censor it.
Well, it's a curse
Israel.
word.
Right, that's true.
It's censored 'cause it's the curse
I
word.
guess.
So not
On
only
the news.
not only that, but like, you know, there are millions of, you know, Israel supporters who say Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinian people. Good. They admit it and they're for it. Like,
Yeah.
so isn't that like an admission that they're doing it?
You
No, they're
think.
allowed. It's like with the N-word. Israelis
Oh.
could say genocide, and but like Irish people cannot. Here's some more of the signs. Israel is committing genocide against Palestinian people. It's being enabled by the U.S. government, who arm and fund Israel despite their war crimes. Again, what are they? Israel is has been committing textbook war crimes. So I've yet to see something where they're out of pocket here.
Now I got to
Here's a
ask a
little-
question
Okay.
before you play that. I want to. Well, this may answer my question, but just want to throw this out there. Do they play music? Like, what is this? This
just
sounds like a. I'm for this
Just a
cause.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, like I'm for this cause. As you know from my record on this show, 100%. This seems like a bummer of a show, though.
Seriously.
Bombed from the fucking skies with nowhere to go. The
Yay!
Palestinians have nowhere to go. It's their fucking home, and they're bombing them from the skies. If you're not calling it a genocide, what the fuck
Play
are
a
you calling?
song.
Genocide. I love this accent so much.
Start rapping. Start rapping. What the fuck?
Free, 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 free.
See, clearly this means they want all Israelis dead. If they're chanting "Free, Free Palestine," that's what they're really chanting.
I mortgaged my house to get this ticket. Play a song.
So anyway, apparently, it's 2 weekends in a row. On the first weekend, after they started doing this pro-Palestinian spiel, can I say spiel? Is that bad form?
Anti-Semitic.
Sit it twice.
We're already
there.
canceled.
It's a Schmear campaign.
They just really like
Am I
bagels.
right?
Yeah. I'd like a
So after they went on their first Israeli rant against Israel, I guess the Maggie in the Box thing was fine for the streamer, but the censors pulled their live stream after the talk about Yisrael. And then I guess they didn't even stream them at all the second week. They didn't pull them from the fest. They just didn't stream them. And they got a lot of attention for this, obviously, because, Israeli people sure do know how to play the victim. So what happened was, I guess, after the second week of Coachella, I guess also on the second week, apparently their messaging on the U.S.-backed genocide in Gaza somehow never appeared on the screens. I guess that was the first week.
Oh.
Like, they didn't let them do it, but then they fixed it for the second week.
Very mysterious.
Yeah.
Wait, the first week there was no messages, and the second week there was, or
correct? Yes. The
Okay.
first week there was some mishap, and the screens weren't working.
Okay.
Is what they're saying.
Who is they?
Kneecap wrote on their Twitter in between
right.
the 2 weeks of Coachella. They were like, "Oh, there was like the stream was reportedly cut after leading an anti-Thatcher chant." And then they quote tweeted the news story and wrote, "Not only that was cut, our messaging on the U.S.-backed genocide in Gaza somehow never appeared on the screens either. Back next Friday, Coachella, and it'll be sorted." So, and
then the second weekend, all that stuff was allowed.
all that stuff showed, yes, but they didn't stream the artist on the YouTube channel.
Was like literally every other artist streamed, or was that?
Basically, yes. Like the entire concert is streamed, unless the artist explicit. I think I'm not even. Yeah, like I don't think the Misfits were streamed because they don't want their shit streamed.
Really?
But yeah. Well, I'm sure Danzig is very.
What does he think of Gaza?
He has yet to make a statement in support of either side.
Are there any vampires there?
They should all just break bread. Maybe if they all had some cats. Eat some French onion soup together and chill out.
Okay.
The worst kitty litter in the world, yeah.
But it just don't feel the
same. So one person who felt she had to say something is Sharon Osbourne.
Was she at Coachella? What is her involvement in Coachella? Nothing, just commenting
her
from
involvement
the sidelines?
Is that she's half Jewish on her father's side.
Oh. And probably also a big Margaret Thatcher supporter.
Well, also she has like, I guess her mom is Irish. She talks about it in her statement. We'll get to it.
Okay.
And so here's the statement. I'm not gonna do the Sharon voice because I do want to actually address some of the things that she's saying. So here's.
Okay. Well, how will we know when she's talking and when you're talking?
This is her talking. Okay, here we go. Coachella 2025 will be remembered. No, I'm not going to do it. Will be remembered as a festival
of lights.
Of lights. Coachella 2025 will be remembered as a festival that compromised its moral and spiritual integrity. If anybody knows about compromising their moral and spiritual integrity, we're talking to the queen of it. Yeah,
it's Jews. We do it all the time.
Golden Voice, the festival organizer, facilitated this by allowing artists to use the Coachella stage as a platform for political expression.
If anyone knows about a golden voice, it's me, Jose.
When has an artist ever used a stage for political expression? That's like writing a song called War Pigs or something. It's weird.
But that didn't call anybody out specifically.
I see. You have to be more general with it.
Yeah.
Recap, an Irish rap group, took their performance to a different level by incorporating aggressive political statements.
Yeah.
Also, again, Sharon Osbourne has like the dirtiest mouth ever. Yeah. And like all of a sudden now it's like, they're being uncouth.
Yeah.
Like she was accused of like Asian slurs against her co-host, but this is a bridge too far.
But she was Asian. Don't you see the difference?
She did that in the makeup room, not on the Coachella stage, though, Rob. There's a time and a place.
Their actions included projections of anti-Israel messages, and hey, I appreciate, I will say, that she's at least calling it anti-Israel messages because it's nothing triggers me. Yeah, nothing triggers me more than someone being like, "Hey, Israel is doing something wrong. That's anti-Semitic." It's like, what? No. The actions include projections of anti-Israel messages and hate speech, and this band openly support terrorist organizations. At this point, could it not be argued that IDF is a terrorist organization? Okay, but anyway. This
lawsuit.
This behavior raises concerns about the appropriateness of their participation in such a fest. Again, Sharon is telling us what's appropriate. Like Sharon fucking Osbourne, promoter of
Do we want to dig into which inappropriate bands performed at
She promoted her stupid dog shitting on the sofa on her stupid show for 17 years. That was on.
None of this is more offensive than promoting Kelly Osbourne and Jack Osbourne.
out of her womb or onto television.
Both. All of the above.
This behavior raises concerns about the appropriateness of their participation in such a festival, and further shows they are booked to play in the USA. Reports indicate Golden Voice was unaware of Kneecap's political intentions when they were booked. However, after witnessing their performance during the first weekend, allowing them to perform again the following weekend suggests support of their rhetoric and lack of due diligence. What? No, it suggests
how is it both? If you support the rhetoric, then you've done the due diligence to find out what it is, and you support it. So it's one or the other.
I supported it very lazily.
Yeah. They agree to hate Jews. They just don't know why specifically.
And
just
don't
the general idea.
They don't even care. Yeah. Look into why they hate Jews.
There's so many reasons to hate us.
Yeah. Seinfeld, that's enough. Woody Allen, hello. Harvey Weinstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne Steen.
Half of her. Yes. She was born a Steen, but then she.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Osbourne then called out two key figures. She noted that music industry head honcho Scooter Braun voiced his support for Golden Voice CEO Paul Tillett, who was said to be, quote, blindsided by the band's move and had actively attended the Nova exhibit after the horrific attack by Hamas at the Nova Music Festival. The Nova Music Festival is the festival that got conveniently changed. The location got conveniently changed 2 weeks before the festival to be on the border of Gaza, when reports have come in that leadership in Israel may have known that there was some sort of invasion happening. So perhaps maybe quite a coincidence. But anyway, so the exhibit.
Wait, what are you implying?
I'm implying that they knew it was happening and they let it happen for sympathy. That's what.
Now let me ask you this question, Rob. Let's say your very close friend Sid somehow through circumstances became the leader of a country like Israel, right? And you know your friend Sid hates EDM music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your friend Sid finds out that there's going to be a terrorist attack. And he's like, well, if it's going to happen anyway, let me try to kill some fans and practitioners of EDM music in the process, just because that's my preference. Would you condemn me?
Yes. What?
Some fucking friend you are, Rob.
Well, just because I'm your friend, I wouldn't condemn.
You listen, you got to be my ride or die on this, dude.
You know it.
No, if you were into EDM, I don't know.
What was I? Yeah, I am into EDM. Like, what if I was going to be going to the festival?
I tell you to avoid it.
I'd probably not go to the Israeli one. I'd probably wait for the US.
Well, if you're in Israel, then which other one are you going to?
That's true. Like, if I'm in Israel, it's like, oh, what else is there to do? Might as well go. Might as well go to Nova. But I love that, like, he's went. This
George just went.
No, that's
this
Golden Voice, Paul Tillett. He went to this exhibit.
It's pronounced toilet, Rob. Get it right.
Showing these victims of this attack. So because of that, he can't have any sympathy towards Palestinians.
Or
like,
maybe,
what?
He has the proper amount of sympathy.
Well, he clearly does because he let it go. Yeah. But anyway.
But also, wait.
But she's saying,
is he still?
Was it Scooter Braun or was it someone else?
How many scooters can there be?
I feel like there was like shady shit with Scooter Braun. That's a tangent. Anyways, whatever. Clearly, he's still.
I think you're confusing Scooter with Dr. Luke. No.
I think Scooter had his own shady shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that he was like raping people, but he might have like fucked over artists and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that's
still allowed.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Scooter Braun is the guy that Taylor Swift had the big issue with, where she re-recorded all of her material so that he wouldn't make any money off the.
Isn't he also Jonah Hill's brother?
Is he?
I think they're related.
Oh my god. I don't know. nothing. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so.
Maybe not.
But I love the idea that like, oh, you saw these Israeli victims, so you can't have any sympathy towards Palestinians. So so she mentions the exhibit and she goes, he would have seen the portraits of every person that was killed that day and heard some of their voices on cell phone recordings sent home to their loved ones. It is difficult to comprehend how, if somebody saw this exhibit firsthand, that they could book a band on their festival that is in support of what was done that day and supports the group responsible for this mass murder. So, conversely, couldn't you
Did
argue
Kneecap say anything about Hamas?
I didn't see anything, but I'm sure they support Hamas, like in the sense of like they support a resistance to, you know what I mean, like.
Right.
I mean, you guys know what I mean. I'm talking.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Not one IDF soldier was killed that day. Just 1,400 innocent civilians. That is not true. That is 100% not true. Most of the people that died were IDF soldiers.
And everyone has to join the army in Israel. So most people have been in the military.
And beyond. And look, I'm not going to get into. I understand this is a touchy subject, but there is plenty of evidence to show that after the raid and after people were being kidnapped, Israeli air forces arrived and started indiscriminately shooting at the people going back to Gaza, whether they were Palestinian or Israeli. This was reported in Israeli newspapers. I'm not. This isn't like some crazy conspiracy. Like Israeli sources have confirmed this. What is the doctrine called? I forget what it was called.
Haaretz?
The Monroe Doctrine.
Oh,
No.
I know what you mean. Where they support killing Israelis because it'll like ignite a higher war that will do good for them.
Yeah, I can't think of the Hannibal Directive.
Hannibal Directive. This slipped my mind.
That sounds like a horror movie or something.
It does. It does.
New James Bond film.
I mean, it's because it's referring to the old historical figure of Hannibal and not Hannibal Lecter, but it's a poor choice in modern society.
Seriously. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you could very much look this up in Times of Israel, in Haaretz, which are Israeli newspapers. I'm saying if you are someone who is a supporter of what Israel is doing, you're finding what I'm saying repulsive. This is all out there.
They don't care. They're not going to look for
They're
something that's going to change their mind. Actively look for that. Nobody wants
somehow.
There's too many coupon pages for me to flip through those. Very heavy document.
So here's the part that I'm like the nerve. She concluded the independent artist group, IAG, which is a massive booking agency. It is huge. It's maybe the top booking agency for artists. Represents Kneecap, includes individuals of Jewish heritage.
You think?
It is. Yeah.
No.
Wow, someone in the
artist
music business is Jewish?
agency? What? I'd probably get a cut of their profits just for existing.
just being part of the tribe. It's disheartening that they have not used their position. Like, this is such bullshit. It's disheartening they have not used their positions to prevent the promotion of such controversial messages.
It's very disappointing that the independent artists agency is not stopping the independence of artists. What's wrong with you?
How dare you? How dare they?
Here's the money line. As someone with both Irish Catholic on my mother's side and Ashkenazi Jewish heritage on my father's side, guess what Ashkenazi Jews would say, honey? Let's say you're not really Jewish. Let's say you don't count. Some of them.
It's like, by the way, like 90% of Israelis are just Ashkenazi Jews, like from Europe, that just went there at some point.
With mother's side, my father's side, and extensive experience in the music industry, I understand the complexities involved. I urge you to join me in advocating for the revocation of Kneecap's work visa. The nerve of Sharon Osbourne to pull this shit. And of course, who's the first person to fucking comment on this, on her statement? None other than David D. Rain, man.
Oh, I thought it was Mikey Bibble.
He said thank you.
Mikey Bibble.
What did David say?
He just posted a comment on her statement.
Thank
that
you
read,
for saying
thank you.
what could be said.
Yeah, exactly.
Israel is still real to me, damn it.
Exactly right.
He needs to still believe in the kayfabe of Israel.
It's perfect. It's really what's going on.
So yeah, I'm just blown away by the level of hypocrisy here. And now the British government is apparently investigating. Irish band Kneecap is reportedly under investigation by UK police following their Coachella performance, where they demonstrated solidarity with the Palestinian people.
Well,
No,
listen, when the British Empire gets involved in Middle East matters, things always go great.
And with people from Northern Ireland.
Yes. So I can't see anything
up.
going wrong here whatsoever.
Somebody pointedly commented on this, being like, British police investigating an Irish band for being mean to Israel in a completely different legal jurisdiction when all members of the band are citizens of Northern Ireland, which has a completely different public prosecution body administered by a completely different executive. So, like, what are they even doing?
Investigating.
Like, they're going to, they're like,
I think Scotland Yard just got way too many annoying phone calls from Sharon Osbourne. They're like, fine, just stop bothering.
Investigate them.
Yeah.
I've learned through my studies that Sherlock Holmes will be assigned to this case. Thank you, Scotland Yard.
Is anyone in Kneecap's last name Moriarty?
Yeah.
That would
It's
explain
not
all of this.
just pretend to fuck with him. That's the guy with the mask. That's his alter ego.
Makes sense.
Moriarty will be finished. You hear me? Finished. I've heard also they've put a doctor on the case. Doctor Who. The medical portion of this case will be taken by Doctor Who.
It sounds Asian. Don't let Sharon know.
Wait a minute. Sounds Asian. Thank you, Sid. Damn they. Are there any cunt lappers in Scotland Yard? Cunt lappers! They're all cancelled. She used that word, by the way. Don't cancel me. That's a direct quote.
Shifty Shortcake with good comment in the chat. It's a copper's excuse for being caught watching Coachella at work. I'm investigating.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Just wanted to see the Go-Go's perform. That's all.
And they also point out that they've been doing this for over a year at their shows. It's just like all of a sudden now it's a problem.
Well,
And
because before that it
Britain.
was just 3 people watching. Now it's everybody watching Coachella. It's a bigger
Right.
audience.
And of course, they had to release a statement, obviously. And this is some of the best publicity they've gotten in their lives.
Oh, on some of?
Yeah.
This
I mean,
is definitely
the
best publicity.
Since our statements at Coachella exposing the ongoing genocide against the Palestinian people, we have faced a coordinated Schmear campaign. For over a year, we have used our shows to call out the British and Irish government's complicity in war crimes. The recent attack against us, largely emanating from the U.S., are based on deliberate distortions and falsehoods. We are taking actions against several of these malicious efforts. Let us be absolutely clear. The reason Kneecap is being targeted is simple. We are telling the truth, and our audience is growing. Those attacking us want to silence criticism of mass slaughter. They weaponize false accusations of anti-Semitism to distract, confuse, and provide cover for genocide. We do not give a fuck what religion anyone practices. We know there are massive numbers of Jewish people outraged by this genocide, just as we are. What we care about is that governments of these countries we perform in are enabling some of the most horrific crimes of our lifetimes, and we will not stay silent. No media spin will change this. Our only concern is the Palestinian people, the 20,000 murdered children and counting. The young people at our gigs see through the lies. They stand on the side of humanity and justice, and that gives us great hope.
Sounds
There you
good.
go.
I agree with everything except the great hope part.
You have no great hope.
A few people at an Irish rap concert are not going to give me hope that anything in the future is going to be better than it is right now.
Well, Israel has like the worst, like the public opinion on Israel in the States is like the worst it's ever been.
Okay.
Like by significant amount. So I do
Have
think
they
public
showed in
opinion
any
is
way that they
shifting.
give a shit about that?
Well, I think it shows in how people will choose to vote. I think
Also,
kind of
Here or there?
here for elected officials that the
But
people
haven't
care
we
about.
concluded that all elected officials are going to be complicit in this to some degree or another anyway? So what does
Well,
it
the
matter?
ones that take money from the ADL, sure.
Oh, well, there you go. So
I think also if
Not all of them do.
If public opinion goes really south, it'll prevent governments from like supporting them. Even if the United States is beyond hope, they'll be on an island basically, and then that affects trade and all that. And then Israel's economy is supposedly already going down the shitter since this whole started, or I should say intensified. It started long before 2023. But
you got to get Bibi out of there.
I don't think
change until that happens.
I mean, I think that's just a Trump situation. I think it's like the United States just sucks, and then like when you put Trump in, it just very blatantly sucks. But like changing out the PR guy, I don't think is gonna help that much. They were all insane. Everyone in the government is insane. Well, with the small pockets of resistance, but they don't have any power over there. They want to just murder the people and take the land. That's it. It's like, how do we accomplish that? Oh, well, Bibi's too crazy, and he's giving us a black eye. That's how I look at it.
To me, it's just like this is the grandest level of gaslighting I've ever experienced in my life about how like how are we not acknowledging what's going on down there? You
are acknowledging it.
I am, but you know what I'm saying.
As a country.
Yeah, as a country. It's just like
we've ignored plenty of genocides. That's nothing new either. We were ignoring World War II until it fucking came to our shores.
It's not just ignoring it, though. I feel ignoring it is one thing. It's denying it.
Right.
It's saying like, no, this is not like you're being anti-Semitic by claiming that these poor kids are being bombed. Like there was, 8 months ago, when they bombed that first hospital, it was like a 2-week story of like, no, this was an accident. There was whatever, yada, yada. Oh, they didn't do this intentionally. And like, I remember there was like a whole debate. They've destroyed every hospital at this point in Gaza. Yeah. They've destroyed like 90% of Gaza. And it's like, now that it's fine. That's it. It's done. Like,
imagine
talking about it.
This story if like Putin bombed one hospital. It would never have ended.
I don't know. I think people just in this country and in general have very short attention spans for any of this. And it's a thing for a couple of weeks and then you're just overwhelmed by it and it's on to the next thing.
I'm talking about the reporting of it though. Like I'm not even the people in the country. I'm talking about like how it's framed and reported. Like,
yeah,
you would never see, 80 articles about how technically Putin did not bomb a hospital. Technically it's an operational facility for Ukraine.
Well, right-wing media, I think, would defend Putin.
Would they? I don't know.
The right wing seems.
The right wing is
If you're talking about like I feel like there's a MAGA faction of like people who are Republicans and far right weirdos who are anti-war, like legitimately anti-war. Yes, but I think that most of the right wing, like Fox News, they love the Ukraine war. Like that kind of right wing media and all these, like Ben Shapiro loves the Ukraine war. Like it's like a
loves in what way?
Wants the U.S. to aid Ukraine with trillions of dollars of weapons and have the war go on forever as long as possible until Ukraine like destroys Russia, which will never happen.
But then the president doesn't feel that way.
What do you mean?
He likes Putin. I mean, wasn't it very recently that
Does he like
the vice
Putin?
president were yelling at Zelensky? And
I think he's just
I think he doesn't like Zelensky. I wouldn't say he likes Putin.
And he was the first guy that like armed Ukraine like to the teeth with the javelin missiles and shit in his first term. He's just Trump. Like he'll just fucking says shit. Like none of it means anything. He's a total liar and has no real ideology, and like whatever floats across his brain that second is the most important
Fair.
thing. In the world.
Zelensky came to ask for money and he didn't want to give it to him, so he was being like a catty queen about it.
Right.
Like that's really
But
what it was, I think.
He can turn on a dime and just be like, we're wiping Russia out, and start World War III. Who knows? That's living with Trump.
Cool.
Mikey Bibble.
Yeah.
One other quote I want to read from Kneecap. I have so much respect that I gained for them this week.
Have you
The
listened
band
to
were
any
initially-
songs?
I'm going to after this.
Sure.
The band was initially approached for comment by BBC News Northern Ireland and responded, "Statements aren't aggressive. Murdering 20,000 children is, though." I like that. Like, I like that aspect of it isn't being discussed. Like, how dare they bring this up? They're like, hey, Israel's killing all these kids. Like, you jerks should not be allowed to say this.
Right.
You're showing support for Hamas. Like.
You have to wish it away, like wish away criticism of it. This is like the Kamala Harris campaign. You don't talk bad about Joe Biden or she'll lose. Don't say anything in the country's bad or she'll lose.
And it came.
Can I ask a question? This is very nitpicky, but this is a very Sid question, but I'm legitimately curious. Why are we only pointing out how many kids have died? Do dead adults not matter? Why wouldn't that number be bigger?
I think it's the
kids?
Sure, I can explain that to you, Sid. It's because people in this country are so heartless that if you were to give the full number, it's like, oh well, all of those people want Israelis dead. Like the adults want Israelis dead anyway.
Well, the kids are going to grow up to be people who want Israelis dead.
Okay, they're gonna. That's what they say exactly. But right now they're not. They're just fucking kids. So it's like,
but I think if
like. The idea is like they're the most innocent.
Arbitrary to me. I don't care whether you're
I
an
agree
adult
with
or
you.
a kid.
I think
it
should be the full number. It should. Well, the full number is like hundreds of thousands at this point.
There you go. That's a lot bigger than 20,000.
I agree. I think there's even more than 20. I think there's like 100,000 kids.
Well, more than half
underreported.
More than half the population is kids. So it's like something like 55% is kids. But also, I think part of the reason people do that is because, the adults. Not only the adults want Israel dead or whatever, which is, reasonable. They get bombed all the time, but they also have a say in Hamas leadership. So if people can always, if you say, oh, this many adults and women and men have died, you get like, oh, but they voted for Hamas, so they deserve to be targeted. And it's like a circular argument. But once you say they're bombing children, you're backing the ideological opponents into a corner. Like they have to either acknowledge that children are being bombed or excuse it, like what you just said, they're going to grow up to be terrorists or whatever, or it's not happening, like deny it's happening at all. So you force them into a tricky choice, which is why I support doing that.
But what difference has it made how you like the rhetoric and how you say it? Like the same shit keeps happening, whether you say it's kids or whatever.
I think if you can stop something good, like terrible from happening, I think it's always a long process on this scale. So it starts from like changing people's minds. Like, you like Rosa Parks sitting in the back of the front of the bus or whatever like that. Did that stop people being lynched? No, but I think all those little skirmishes over time add up to something, and then people start thinking differently about it. So I do think that kind of stuff is important. But it's not as important as not sending them fucking missiles. Yes, I agree with that, but I do think these rhetorical battles are important.
And did you see that like the synagogue with the tunnels is back in the news this week?
No.
What?
In
They're
Brooklyn.
out.
So
Go ahead.
there's this guy from Israel.
Of course.
That came.
No, I'm kidding.
What's his name? I'm trying to look up his name.
Matisyahu.
Yes. Shlomo Troina.
Noah Avior.
Oh no.
She's from Israel.
No.
Itamar Ben Gvir.
Mikey Bibble.
I heard he's half Jewish.
Say this name again, Rob, please.
Itamar Ben Gvir
There's no way that's the proper pronunciation of Ben. You probably said correctly.
Ben Gvir. Okay, Itamar, Itamar. How would I pronounce that?
I think you're just saying random letters now. I don't think that's a name. You made
No,
that
this
up.
is a known guy.
Itamar Ben Gvir. Okay, that guy.
Oh,
this guy.
That's not Yitzhak Perlman.
Yeah, it was like a young Jeff Garland.
It does. So this guy has been in the States recently, and he's causing a bit of a stir. So first of all, there was a whole thing in Yale. So this guy was charged and was charged, like found guilty
stealing pastrami. No,
of terrorism.
Oh my God!
What did he say at Coachella, Rob?
Can I finish my fucking sentence? Jesus,
no,
it's a comedy show.
Great riffs, though. Great riffs. This guy was convicted of terrorism by the Israeli government. So I just this is the same government that protested IDF soldiers who got sent to prison for raping Palestinians,
right?
And they got the guy out. This guy had to be so bad, and the evidence so clear that is the Israeli government
free.
Not only is he out and free, he's the national security minister
for Israel.
For Israel, yes.
Okay. He did his time. He's free now. Give him a job.
He is a very controversial far-right guy. He's willingly saying, outwardly saying death to all Palestinians. He's not sugarcoating any of it.
Okay. How do you sugarcoat that?
Well, some people are like, "Oh, death to the terrorists." The citizens, the civilians are just, they're a casualty, But he's just saying, no, they're all, kill them all. I want to kill all.
So go ahead and fucking do it. Stop talking about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. You fucking taking decades to finish.
Oh, poor you.
There's so few of them. Why is this taking so long? If you're gonna do it, just fucking do it. Get over.
So anyway,
get it over with.
He's been in the States. He's coming to the States to give speeches, and people are obviously very upset about it. There was a whole thing. He went to Yale to speak, and there was a whole protest. And what's so funny is these Jewish. These Zionist Jewish students were like, they're not letting me enter a hall. They're blocking me from walking. And it's you could have walked around them. Yeah, walk around them. They're just in a circle.
A second door.
They're not letting you cut through the circle.
No, wait a minute. Is this so they dug tunnels to go see him? Is that what you're about to say?
So he spoke at Yale earlier, and then yesterday he spoke at that synagogue with the tunnels.
In Crown Heights?
And there was a protest of pro-Palestinian supporters.
Okay.
And they got absolutely drowned out by every fucking Hasidic Jew in Crown Heights.
Well, that's not surprising.
And here's one of the protesters who is a woman. What?
That's enough to just be angry at her at the rally.
Yeah. And here she is. Here is this protester putting the Jews at risk.
Okay.
Who is at risk here? And for our audio listeners, this is a woman, a woman maybe 120 pounds.
Okay.
Being escorted by a police officer. I'm saying she's a small woman being escorted by a police officer, absolutely surrounded by teen, young adult Jewish men harassing her.
Brave woman.
Who is the one at risk right here? And they kick her and spit at her. I'm so confused. Who am I supposed to feel sympathetic for here?
The Jews.
And they're yelling in Hebrew, "Death to Arabs! Death to Arabs!"
But she's not an Arab, is she? She doesn't look like an Arab.
And then here's footage from her camera.
You want someone to bend you over and fucking rape you like they're doing to the Jews in fucking Palestine?
Like they're doing to the Jews of fucking Palestine. This is from her camera.
He knows the sexual positions that they're doing the rapes
in. Can you imagine if this was like the same number of black people surrounding somebody, what the police would be doing.
Oh my God.
They don't even the cops running away with her. Do something. They're about to kill this woman.
Yeah. Well, he turns around and goes, "Will you stop? Will you stop?"
Guys, come on, guys.
What is he, Gorilla Monsoon? Will you stop?
Anyway,
He looks like the fucking Yitzhak Perlman guy you just showed us. Is that
You're right.
My job?
It's like Bobby Bacalao. Officer Bobby Bacalao.
Fagala. Oh!
Who's that? Oh, Jew on Jew crime.
Oh.
Hey, what?
Oh, and this guy's anti-genocide. Fucking psychos, man. Good
Religion
stuff.
rots your brain. So now we've established that the tunnel Hasidim are not among those Jewish. Yes, they're not among the Jews who oppose the genocide.
Well, maybe that one guy.
Yeah, that one guy, but is he one of the tunnel Jews? No, we don't know.
How can we? How can you, unless you catch him literally in a tunnel, how can you identify which is a tunnel Jew and which is a non-tunnel?
And how do we know all the other sects?
Should we rename our show to 3 non-tunnel Jews? Should that be the new name of our IP Livecast?
I mean, I go through the tunnel every day to work.
Oh,
basically.
well, but that's a sanctioned tunnel, not a
okay. It's not a secret
man-made
tunnel.
Doug.
Secret Jew tunnel. Doug, he's the guy that builds the tunnels. Is that what happens?
Good stuff. All right. Well, it's not just Israel that's under attack, folks. We can move on to a different topic now. Masculinity is under attack. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I heard about it through the power of song.
Kneecap.
So not through Kneecap, through this guy.
Oh, all right.
Well, how would you describe him before we play the music?
He looks like that guy from Korn.
Yes.
Which guy? Monkey?
Sure. Yes.
Ed?
He looks like he just woke up in Tompkins Square Park and started singing a song. Sorry, in the bushes.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Masculinity is under attack. This is fact. Masculinity is under attack. Under attack.
Is this Chet Hayes?
Facts that masculinity is being attacked. Masculinity is under attack. Time to act and not sit back and slack and sidetrack by the crap feminist trap. Subtract life to fact, mathematics to life to feedback, black, white, Indian, Asian, abstract equation, don't attract the masculine. Masculinity is under attack. This is fact. Masculinity is under attack. Under attack. Facts that masculinity is being attacked. Masculinity is under attack. Time to act.
It's beautiful.
What? Oh wow, that was not good. Darren, you're muted.
Bob Marley just resurrected himself and committed suicide after that song came out.
This is the least masculine song I think I've ever heard. A man saying don't sit back while he is literally sitting back.
Yeah.
Wow.
No punch to it, no balls at all whatsoever. Oh, did he?
Because his masculinity was attacked.
Oh, no, he's the victim of it.
He never identifies who's attacking the masculinity.
He says feminism.
Oh, I missed
There's
that.
a line.
I believe you. We don't have to be subjective.
Oh, yeah.
Masculinity is under attack. Time to act and not sit back and slack.
Don't sit back and slack.
Wasn't he also? Wow. He was in the last video too. He was one of the people harassing that protester, right?
Yes.
He just had a hat on.
If you don't get out of our neighborhood with your protest, I'm going to sing my shitty white reggae to you.
Wow.
What
What is this artist's name?
Alabanza is his name.
No, it's not. Stop it, Rob.
He's a Christian reggae artist.
Oh.
Is he from Jamaica? At
weird.
least he has a Jamaican flag in his avatar.
ChatGPT, worldwide, what is the minority race?
Globally, white people are a minority, making up about 10 to 15% of the world's population.
Okay.
That's not the
for
only
sake
minority
of
race.
diversity, make more white babies. ChatGPT.
Oh my God.
White supremacist. So
I
isn't
love that he's co-opting black culture to do this, you know?
But what a question what is that so fixed? Like he just made that with a speech to text to speech thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
How can you say what's the minority race? Like, and there's just one answer? Aren't they all except one minority races?
Yeah,
there's so many of these thumbnails I want to click on. There's girly boys react to ABBA Alabanza. Okay. There's animalistic perversions. And this is the one I want.
That's your favorite website.
It sounds like the
girly men pandemic.
It sounds like the death or no death categories.
It really does.
Hey guys, when somebody tells you that they are
that's the other game.
Gay, it would be insulting to believe them because who they are is not their animalistic perversions. Hey guys, when somebody tells you that they are gay, it would be insulting to believe.
So I see. Don't insult me. I like when somebody tells you that they are a white reggae artist. It is insulting to believe them because they are more than their disabilities.
Rob, I'm no longer going to call you gay. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I don't believe you're gay anymore.
It's okay.
You're just a
There's an agenda anti-man to effeminate the men is the plan.
So it's the same song each time.
Oh my God! Do you see the cat on top of his shit? What is going on?
Cat's
also, like you are the. It's so funny to me. Like this guy is what people would identify as a girly man. He's small and strong.
But he's wearing
and
camo, Rob, and he has a beard. What are you fucking talking about?
And also, did you notice this is like the same song in each video?
Yes, it's the same music.
Yeah.
Same music, and he just talks, like kind of talks over it with like a slight bit of singing.
Well, what do you expect him to hire actual black people to play music for him? He would never do that.
Why they made Sesame Street with two gay characters now? They're not supposed to be having sex with each other.
They don't want that. There's an agenda.
Oh, that was it. That was the whole bar.
I used to look up to Bert as a role model.
I used to enjoy swimming in the water.
But then I saw the frogs.
Oh no!
There's as much variation in his singing as there is for throat guy talking.
Yeah.
Masculinity is under attack.
Birds and the bees for the family to teach. Birds and the bees for the family to teach. To the children and the teachers in school. But to
you walking through Marine Park?
Educate them at home. Why would mom and dad let the stranger teach about sex to their innocent child? Loving life, but only in the right way. Heterosexual, not gay.
I don't know. Like, why would you let a stranger teach your kids about sex? Like, what is there to teach that is like, what would a stranger teach them wrong? That you should be having sex with your own gender? Like, what is he afraid of here?
Being gay or trans is okay, Rob. That's what they're teaching.
I think this is a pro-incest song.
Yeah.
You should only learn from your brothers and sisters and cousins.
This is what happens when white people listen to too much Sublime.
Oh no! You leave the ghost of Brad Noel alone.
Well, I think Rob's saying that they just think they can do it too, and they can't.
Yeah, I like Sublime.
Then blame UB40.
Red wine makes people gay and feminine.
Well, that's actually true. That's proven.
This is so weird to me. Like, how are gay people bothering you? Like, live your fucking life, you dipshit.
Making fun of his facial hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Rob.
Feminist equivalent to so-called toxic masculinity they live, sexualizing their mind, disempowering themselves by the myth.
You can tell this guy hasn't got laid in a while.
No, for sure. He sort of looks like worst case scenario Woody Harrelson to me.
I'm like I would assume this guy is divorced and has children. You know,
he's like that guy with the seeds in upstate New York that got in the shootout with the cops.
Oh, look, here's a woman.
Oh, no.
Got it in Spanish.
Why is he rapping in Spanish?
Oh.
What?
Don't abort the innocent baby.
Well, he's just going to appropriate every culture? Is that what's...
Do we think that was an actual pregnant woman in the video or just like a friend of his with a pillow in their dress?
Good question.
What woman would take their unborn baby around this miscreant?
It's a false flag pregnancy.
All right, one last one. Oh man, there's two I want to see. Reggae music is not gay, or reggae music for choosing. Let's do reggae music is not gay. I'm very
yeah.
Why would mom and dad let the stranger teach about sex to their innocent child?
He did that one already.
Yeah. It's like a remix?
He's got to play the hit.
Is he barefoot?
He's grounding.
Somehow that's worse than all of the lyrics.
This guy 100% is doing that like Brad Pitt thing where you bathe once a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Like on purpose.
Because if you're naked by yourself, you're naked with a dude, and that's gay, Darren. So you got to keep it to a minimum. You're touching dicks, rubbing chests.
He might not. Even if he takes a shower, he might not clean his peener.
Oh, if his face looks like that, could you imagine what his privates look like?
Ugh.
Rob,
on
his Instagram, he has a wife and kid. Thank goodness. I was gonna say.
I have a question. You play this first.
Okay.
Equality.
He just doesn't wear shoes.
He has got room for a studio. Look, he's got to do this shit in the kitchen.
Horrifying.
Taste and spirit and purity.
Good voice
Now,
for him coming soon.
My question is, Rob. Now, granted, he has very repulsive views.
No
way.
You saw this. And he cleaned up. No, and he cleaned up. We got rid of those dirty ass dreads. He's very twink-like, I would say.
The dreads are. It's the beard that I'm very turned off by, like long beards. But no, even his face. It's just nothing going on. Not even entering the will. Like my mind didn't even process him in that way. That's how unattracted I am.
Understood.
But good.
Hey guys, look, this white girl has told us that she's had.
Also, like, I'm sorry, this white girl, like you're implying you're not white? Like,
and is she white? She looks like she might be of another race.
Yeah.
38 abortions.
Also, yeah,
how
there's
many
no way she was
abortions
kidding to fuck with you.
do you think the average feminist has had? And how much do you think they're going to suffer spiritually for it? Please let me know in the comments.
Is he giving?
He doesn't even answer it.
The seventh person who gets the answer right gets to see my Barefoot Forest concert next week. I will be reinterpreting kneecap songs to be pro-Israel.
Speaking of Israel.
The very first victims are the ones who count. Who the conspiracy theorists now? Who the conspiracy theorists now?
There's an Israeli flag on the screen when he's asking who the conspiracy theorist now.
Is he pro or anti?
I can go either way on that. I think he might be like the far, far, far right MAGA anti-war, anti-genocide.
They went from fully vaxxed to taking off their face masks, detoxing from the boosters, and talking about running the world and talking about Jews running the world in a span of about 6 months.
I see.
Laughing emoji, prayer hands.
Pro-Israel.
Yeah,
there it is. We solved the case. How must that hat smell under there? Oh my God. That fucking that dread cap that he's wearing that is totally unnecessary.
Shifty Shortcake. He's treating his feet like he treats his wife, raw dogging only.
Yeah, it's true. And only somehow has one kid, not very masculine.
Yeah, seriously.
Raw dogs are every day.
Yeah, that woman got 37 abortions. He's only got what? One kid? That's like 36 more kids he could have had.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying that's his wife that got all those abortions?
No, I'm saying he needs to step it up. If that woman can get pregnant 36 times, his wife needs to.
Maybe he's got low sperm count.
Me taking Alex Jones testosterone in a bottle. COVID jab injection made me infertile.
One last quick clip, because this looks like he's done AI to do Bob Marley.
One love, one heart.
No way.
Let's get together, but do not be gay.
What?
I called it.
Oh, the absolute balls on this guy.
Let's get together, but no gay stuff.
Rob, because I can't read this comment, please read the first comment down, because I'm not allowed to do it. Thank you.
Oh, no cry. Oh, even Abba thinks that's a good one.
I'm not allowed to read that, but that's
that was so good. That was worth it. That was worth this whole moment. Holy shit. Amazing. AI was not a mistake.
Oh my God.
All right. One more quick news story I wanted to mention to give you some nightmares before we start wrapping up. And it's these twins in Brisbane, which I believe is in England. No, I'm joking. And you know what? I'm not even going to set this up. I'll let the clip do the talking.
Recounting some of the drama that unfolded on the Sunshine Coast this afternoon. Two sisters have told how their mother and man raced to help when the carjacked SUV rolled on Steve Irwin Way, only to find the gun-wielding car thief.
Steve Way?
Steve Irwin.
Oh, Steve Irwin Way.
Whoa.
Up there with our mum, and he went up there and he was coming back down towards us.
It's like The Shining.
This is horrifying. What are they, nurses?
Oh, our hearts.
What are they wearing?
Oh, mum, where's mum? And poor mum was stuck up there, but apparently our brave mum, she goes, "Are you all right?" Because he had blood all over his face. And he goes, "I'll shoot you." She goes, "Hey, I'm here to help." And mum distracting him to make him look the other way. And he looked the other way, and mum ran into the bush behind the fence. And the guy goes to her, "I'll find you and I'll shoot you." All I was thinking about when we were running.
What the fuck is going on?
This is so crazy.
How close to him do you think you were?
Well, see, he was up there, and we were past our when you driveway. You don't think of all of that at the time.
They stopped being in sync.
No, you just run for your safety.
They might not really be sisters. They said two different things there.
Yeah. Now you think, is this a bit? Surely.
Oh no.
They're making
double eyewitness.
Thank you so much for joining us. And how is your mum?
Mum is doing really well. And people she's brave, and mum's saying to us,
This is like that Fred Armisen, Kristen Wiig bit on SNL, where it's like
trying to say the same thing.
They very clearly didn't prepare a bit, but they're like, no, we have this great bit. And they were like looking at each other, waiting for one of them to talk. And so they could say the same thing.
Can you go back to the beginning of that video for a second? This one that you have up, just go back to the beginning. Because look, first of all, double eyewitness. Secondly, even the place they're from is a double.
Gooby country.
Twin witnesses, Bridget and Paula Powers, are with us now. Firstly, thank you so much for joining us. And how is your mum?
Mum is
Look at this
doing
interviewer
really well.
pretending
And
she's
people
not
saying,
like exploiting the
she's
shit out of
brave.
this.
And Mum kept saying to us, I've had 7 kids. I'm fine.
she can handle anything.
She can handle these 2 whack jobs talking at the same time for 50 years.
Yeah, yes, it was. At the time, it was. Yeah, we just wanted to run for our safety, but in the back of our minds, we were worried about Mum. And we
Oh my
also
God! Can you imagine growing up with these
the
2?
families
No.
who were involved.
Well, yes, but the thing is,
What happens
there's
at Rob
silver
if
lining on
one
what
of
has
these
been
2 is like taking a shit and the other one has to tell somebody something? Does the other one like talk through the door? Do they have to stand
I think
next
she
to the
calls.
door?
Yeah, she has to join them. Yeah, she has to join her in the bathroom until she's done.
Oh, the stink.
They have you seen those toilets where like it's like 2 toilets right next to each other? That's their bathroom.
You
So
mean
maybe
the
they're
SNL love toilet.
maybe their dumps are in sync then.
Oh,
like the question is, do they face each other, or are they facing the same way? That we don't know.
I think they face the same way. Yeah, like that.
Like that. Yeah, that's how I envisioned it. Or maybe like something a little closer, like
And
that.
they hold hands.
Yeah, that's how I imagine they go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Thank you. Really is that your
Answer
double
my
Rob
question. Too sweet.
Rob likes to imagine women going to the bathroom. That's the headline here.
news? So how are you handling the attention and the reaction of the world?
Well, we've been focusing on birds, what we do every day, and we're just
Twinnies.
taking it one step at a time.
Oh, they own a bird sanctuary, I guess?
From overseas.
Oh. Yes, of course. You help pelicans. This is
How
what
many
you mean by
fucking
the
people
bird.
are
It's
on this
wonderful
news
what you
panel?
do.
This is like the 8th person talking to them.
Getting
What is
interviews from
going
all over the
on?
And why has not one of them? It's like, why the fuck do you both talk at the same time? Can you please answer that for me?
Yes, that's right.
How does this happen?
Well, it just happens, and we don't know why. But we have tried to talk separately.
Oh, he did ask. I'm sorry. As I was asking that, he asked it. Go back. I want to hear what he said.
Okay.
So you're getting interviews from all over the world. Clearly, speaking in unison is a thing that you do. How?
Yes, that's right.
How does this happen?
Well, it just happens, and we don't know why. But we have tried to talk separately, but we're not ourselves. It's not us, and it's very hard. And and we don't care about the critics. We tell people, if you can't stand listening to us, simply just switch off the TV.
Do not switch off the TV,
Guys,
Do
no.
not.
Do not say that. Okay, please no.
I want to be clear on that. Sorry, how does it feel, Paula? I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you only to answer it, Paula.
No, we can't do it.
Well, I'll try and answer it as best as I can.
Okay, I can see Bridget trying to speak.
I also think it didn't feel right.
It's so. How do you?
Leave him alone.
What is going on that means that one
He's
of
trying
you
to be a
speaks, the other one
therapist.
just instinctively has the same thing to say? What's going on?
Oh, guess what? I wish I could answer that question. It just happens. Yeah.
Bridget, I can see your mouth moving.
Bridget was mouthing the words.
Is anyone going to ask them how it is when, like, if one of them fucks a dude? Like, is the other one in the room moaning along?
Oh, here we go.
Well, guess what? We don't feel ourselves. We don't feel ourselves, and it's very hard. We had a bad experience in 2021 when COVID was around. My twin sister, Bridget, was in hospital for 16 days, and we couldn't see one another. It was traumatic to us. And so how we could communicate with one another was with the phone.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to FaceTime one every time.
So, but
it was hard.
yeah.
Honestly. I was having a nervous breakdown in the hospital.
I'm having a nervous breakdown right now.
And Paula have
That Desi guy is about to have a nervous breakdown. No, you stopped. Shut up. Shut up. I'm asking her. Shut your mouth.
too busy for boyfriends.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
The wildlife.
We're too busy trying to
Men
say
are
the
too
same shit.
much trouble.
They need to find two twin men who do the same bullshit.
Oh my god.
Imagine.
Oh my god. I've seen that on like People magazine or whatever, like pairs of twins getting
Yes.
married and yeah.
Innocent.
Yeah.
At that moment.
Well, Bridget and Paul, I mean, you obviously have this incredible bond and you've got many siblings. Like, what happens when you all get in a room together? I can't imagine there's that much silence.
No, guess what? Our family, we're a very close family and we all love one another. We all
Oh, can you imagine it's like 10 of them? We all not one another, one another, one another, one another.
Yeah, it's not because they're twins. It's the family. They all talk in this way when they're together.
Yeah.
It's like how it used to be. Like, remember at BCR, if somebody would call in and had their TV on and the echo, and we had to tell them to turn their phone down. That's this a real life version of that effect.
This happening, and I don't
One
wish
last-
it upon you.
One last moment with
But
this.
have you two ever had a falling out?
Oh, never.
No.
No, we love one another. No, we
Okay, you
love
can
one
love someone and
another
have a
we're
falling
best
out.
Friends and
Fall out of that fucking
I
car.
just wanted to ask about your incredible fashion choices. 'cause
I'm
you're
sick of
obviously
listening
women in
to
that
you.
aspect as well.
Shut up. Pushes her right
You
out.
have a terrible voice.
I want to say something and not hear it repeated back to me, you fucking monster.
You look like working class Mia Farrow.
Who's responsible
Yeah.
for that? And do you always match?
yes, we always match. Yeah, we just go to our wardrobe. We go, yeah, we'll just wear that today. Yeah, or even one of
They're
us
giving
just
Children's
be out
Hospital
in our-
Eleganza.
Sorry, I'm still blown away by what's happening here. Do you know when you're both speaking, is like the distinction between your own thought and your sister's thought gone? Like, do you not even
That's fascinating.
know whether you're using their thoughts or your own?
That's a
You,
good
Rob,
question.
do you think that guy sort of looks like Vivek Ramsamway? A little bit?
No, he looks like Vivek Rasamway, right? That's his name.
that's
I still don't know how to.
That's
I
even
still don't know.
worse.
But how
Even worse.
Vivek
Ramaswamy.
How do you say it?
I'll let him
Ramaswamy.
do it.
Yeah,
Come
there
on,
we
I
go.
was gonna-
Yeah, he was
Vivek
prepared. He had to have the show
Ramaswamy.
soon. Maybe Thursday we'll still be waiting.
Using their thoughts.
He does. I think Vivek is
your own?
handsomer though.
No,
Oh, that's a drop.
I know. I wish we could know ourselves, honestly. I wish we could answer that.
Okay, I love these queens. They were also on Jimmy
I
Kimmel.
Are they going to be on Drag Race Down Under, Rob, as judges?
I
do you
hope
think?
so. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be so good.
Or like a makeover challenge? They have great drag family resemblance, I'll say that.
I guess they were also on Kimmel. I'm not going to play that. You can look it up yourselves. I'll throw it in the Discord. But they've been doing a ton of press this week. Love these queens.
I don't. They know that's
Why?
the most interesting thing about them, and they're doing that shit on purpose. Come on.
You say most as if there's a second interesting thing about
Yeah,
it.
like what?
Totally.
Yeah, like what? What are you talking about?
It's just like annoying people intentionally. It's like there's no, you know what I mean? They don't. There's no way they do that all day long.
I
There's
feel
no
like
way.
they do. I believe it.
I think they do. Look, he asked only one of them to respond, and the other
one was
couldn't help.
mouthing the words.
Yeah,
It's
but
cal-
speak
it's
up.
calculated.
It's just their whole life.
It's calculated.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's calculated. I think it's innate.
Okay. Disagree to disagree.
Also, apparently, Rami Malek has a twin brother.
Did they talk at the same time too?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Because I was looking at this Kimmel clip, and then one of the related videos was Rami Malek on Twitter talking about how he pretended to be his twin brother, who somehow seems a little more attractive because he has a little fuller face.
Oh,
That's
got
interesting.
a little Rob Pasbani going on there.
Oh my god, I'm doing the gay thing where I'm attracted.
Kimmel looks like both of them. He looks like the third brother.
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
Rami and Sammy Malik, really?
Yeah. Anywho, let's talk about our Spotify picks. Each week we pick a song, we throw it on a playlist. This week I picked Caucus with the title track from their album Heartwork. I saw Carcass 2 days ago. Open for Meshuggah. It was Meshuggah Cannibal Corpse Carcass at the theater at Madison Square Garden. And I have to say, the security check-in at Madison Square Garden was quite the affair. Everyone, all the security guards are these like 60-year-old Italian guys who've been working there for 30 years. Like, hey, put all your electronics in here. Yeah, what about your belt? What's with your belt? That's probably setting it off. All right, keep it moving. Let's go. 2 lines.
Joy Behar, man, her career is falling on hard times if she's doing security at MSG.
Everyone sounds like Joy Behar at MSG. But I want to commend the theater at MSG. It is a fantastic venue to see a show. All of the bands sounded excellent. Carcass, blew me away with how well they sounded. I heard every, scratch of every note that they played. And, I heard every instrument separate. It was great. The production was great. They really blew me away. I was almost like, I don't mind if I miss Carcass. But the people I was with were like, no, we have to see Carcass. I'm glad they pushed me to do it because I really enjoyed it. And I love Carcass. It was just I don't want to be standing for 4 hours, but I did end up sitting. I did it. I did. I sat for Cannibal Corpse.
I can't believe Carcass is that album is 30 years old. What is that? 92?
35 years old now, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was 18 when I had my job, just going to the Carcass CD and taking it, we had an open one and taking the lyrics out and reciting it as poetry. That's a long fucking time ago. Carcass, if you don't know Carcass, their lyrics are all medical, taken out of Grey's Anatomy, just medical shit. Mostly.
Yeah, it's lyrics like masculinity is under attack.
Oh no.
Darren, what was your pick?
My pick was Ben Folds 5, who I became a fan of through Weird Al because Weird Al directed several of his videos.
Oh wow!
And they're very good friends. And I think he opened for Weird Al's tour a couple of times, or vice versa. And they're very kind of quirky and funny. And this song is called One Angry Dwarf and 200 Solemn Faces. And it's just about a guy who was a nerd that was beat up as a child and became famous, and probably autobiographical, I would guess.
It's also a good name for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Do you really want to quickly describe that show?
Shame. Shame. So yeah, that's my pick. One Fold 5. Big fan.
Nice.
Sydney.
And my pick is Sick of Myself by Matthew Sweet. It's probably legit one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time. And this week on the show, Your Friends and Neighbors, which is on Apple TV Plus, it stars John Hamm. There's a scene where John Hamm's teenage son, his band is playing a house party, and they play a cover of this song. And there is no way in fucking hell that people that age would know that song and choose to play it at a high school house party. So this is clearly just the creator of the show is a Matthew Sweet fan. He's like, I'm going to fucking shoehorn this song in. I don't care how. Good. Which took me out of the moment, but I love the song, so it put me in a better moment because the show's sort of mediocre.
It's a good cover?
It was fine. It was not as good as the original.
Okay.
But
that's how I felt about Nirvana being in that movie Queer, which was set in the 80s or whatever. It's how is Nirvana weirder? This song didn't exist. Weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So those are our picks. Check it out on Spotify, Google, Google RIP Livecast Music Break. You'll find it, or just search for it on Spotify. It's in there, baby. And also, I want to talk about our Patreon, patreon.com/RIP Livecast. Every month, we post an extra bonus episode that you can get access to. If you donate $4 a month, you get access to all of our bonus episodes. We have over 5 years of content in there, and we're uploading a new episode in just a few days. On Thursday, we're uploading a new episode. What was the name of the documentary, Sid? Do you remember? It's about that guy, Brian Johnson. It's the Netflix documentary.
Don't die.
Don't die. The man who wants to live forever.
There we go. And
why are you asking only Sid? I was there.
I don't. It's a good question. What am I implying here? But
I don't know.
It actually was an interesting documentary.
Yeah.
In in the sense that we really riffed the fuck out of it. We had a really great
that
time
we
riffing.
made it interesting.
Yeah. This is, you know, like I feel like we've watched some documentaries where we're like, this is torture, this is so bad, but like this is a well-produced documentary about an interesting subject that we can mock the hell out of. So it's, dare I say, our bonus episodes at their best. So check that out, patreon.com/RIPLivecast. $8 a month gets you a shout out at the end of the show. Just right now, gotta do it a little quickly, but how we doing this, folks?
My suggestion would be Sharon Osbourne wants each of these people deported for something offensive that they said, and you have to call out what that offensive thing is.
But also, let's augment that and do it as the twin sisters. And you and I are talking together. We're two twin Sharon Osbournes.
Okay, go.
Okay, Benjamin being deported to El Salvador. You were caught with criticizing Israel. The split screen. You have bad messages on the screen. It's Scotty AIDS and AIDS. You criticize complex things on the show. Jeremy and Mr. Schmear. Mr. Schmear. The TV criticizes the Iraq War. I'm a big fan of the Iraq War. Douglas, who are you representing? And Slickies, you both slandered New York City Bengals, which are very closely associated with Jewish culture and gender and Randy Viet. You disagree with my stance on the Trump administration. I very much love Donald Trump. Trump.
There we go.
Wow. That was something.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, baby. We love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.